Alright, today I'm going to be going over 4.7, solving radical inequalities. Okay, so there's three steps you're going to need to know in order to be able to solve these given inequalities. And the first one is to solve for the radicand. The second one is to solve the inequality. And the third is to graph on a number line. And then write in interval notation. Okay, so the first equation we're going to be working with is the square root of 2x plus 4 is less than or equal to positive 4. Alright, so the first thing we're going to need to do is solve for the radicand, which is 2x plus 4. We'll set it greater than or equal to 0. So we're going to subtract 4, get 2x is greater than or equal to negative 4, divide by 2, and we get x is greater than or equal to a negative 2. Alright, so that's one of our points, don't forget about that guy. So we have x is greater than or equal to a negative 2. And so now we need to solve for the given inequality, which is the square root of 2x plus 4 is less than or equal to a positive 4. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is get rid of this square root. So we need to square it, and we'll square this 4 as well, because whatever you do on this side, you got to do the other side. So that deletes out that, and then, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cancel that out. 2x plus 4 is less than or equal to, and then this squares it, so we'll get 16. Subtract 4. 2x is less than or equal to 12, and we'll divide by 2. We'll get x is less than or equal to 6, and that goes with our point up here. So those would be the points we'll graph. Now we need to graph the inequality. I'm sorry, not the inequality, the points we got, and then write an interval notation. The interval notation will be negative 2 and 6, and they both get brackets because they were both equal to. And then we'll write our points on the number line, and then the negative 2 was greater than, so it has a line going inward, and the negative 6 was less than, so it has a line going backwards. Alright, moving on to our next equation. We have the square root x minus 3 plus 2 is less than or equal to 5. Okay, so the first thing we need to do again is solve for the radicand, which is x minus 3. The radicand is whatever is underneath the square root, which in this case is x minus 3. I drew it a little bit long for that stuff. And we'll set it greater than or equal to 0. We'll add 3 to both sides. Okay, x is greater than or equal to a positive 3. And that's one of our points already. So we have x is greater than or equal to a positive 3. And now we need to solve for the inequality, which is x minus 3 plus 2 is less than or equal to 5. Alright, so now we need to isolate what's underneath the square root. So we need to subtract this 2, get this by itself. So you get the square root of x minus 3 is less than or equal to 3. Then we can square, get rid of the square root, square this other side. X minus 3 is less than or equal to 9. We can add 3 to both sides. X is less than or equal to 12. And there we go, we have both of our points. And we have both our points, so now we need to graph it on a number line. So our points were 3, 12. The 3 was greater than, so it's going to go to the right, and then the 12 was less than, so it's going to go to the left, and they're going to meet. And our interval is 3, 12. They both get brackets as well because they were both equal to. Alright, so now moving on to our final and third equation. We have the square root of x minus 7 plus 9 is less than 12. And this one's going to be a little bit different because we don't have the equal to sign underneath our less than. So, like always, solve for the radicand, which is x minus 7. We'll put it greater than 0. So we'll subtract 7. Look at that. X is, or I'm sorry, add 7. Oops. And it'll be a positive 7. There we go. Bam. Alright, so now we need to solve for the inequality. Alright, so the inequality was x minus 7 plus 9 is less than 12. Alright, so now we need to subtract 9, get the what's underneath the square root isolated, and so we'll get the square root of x minus 7 is less than 3, and then we'll square it. Get rid of that. And we'll get x minus 7 is less than 9. Add 7. X is less than 16. Alright, so now we have our 2 points. We have x is less than 16 and x is greater than 7. So now we're going to graph it on a number line. We have our point 7 and 16. The 7 is greater than, so it's going to go to the right, and the 16 was less than, so it's going to the left. The 7 gets a bracket because it was equal to, but you'll remember it doesn't have the equal to sign, so the 16 gets a parenthesis instead of a bracket. Hope it's been helpful, and thank you for watching.